Hey everyone, happy cosplayer here. This is the next video on the black gold saw clawed hands I'm making, following another YouTuber's example with using the oven baked clay. So what I did is I went to Walmart and I just got some cotton winter gloves. And I took the individual pieces that I've already made and I made another video on. You can check in the description how you make these. And I took those pieces and I hot glued them to my left hand. So I have the ability to move my fingers. Now whether or not I'll have the ability to actually grab things, I highly doubt it. Peace. So there they are up close. They can bend. You can kind of see the glove. On these you can really see the hot glue peeking through, so I'm going to paint over those when I'm all done. But there's the finished look. I'm probably going to take some of the leftover Sculpey I have and make a piece of bone-like look that goes on top of it to finish the look, but I'm not too worried about it yet because once I get the cosplay jacket done, the sleeves come over the gloves and you really only see like this part of the fingers, so we'll see what I decide to go with. But I'm going to go ahead and do the other glove and you can see me do that. It doesn't really hurt. I think most people would think that because I'm hot gluing it with the glove on my hand that I burn my hand, but I've actually had worse burns with the hot glue on other things, so it's really not that big of a deal. So take my glove, make sure you got plenty of glue sticks. I got my pieces all labeled so I know what finger and what knuckle they go on. Pull my glove on tight. And I always start with the thumb. Thumb piece, I add little holes to fit mine in. See how it's going to look on your hand, and then fill that sucker with some hot glue. Filled with hot glue. Stick it on, get it to be the way you want it, and then push it down so it adheres to the cotton. Again, I'm not screaming in pain, it's a little warm, but it's kind of like if you dump a little bit of a hot liquid on you. It's not bad. It's your big baby. So now my thumb's attached. I made mine with individual pieces, so right where the knuckle bends, I'm going to kind of place this one. I think the hardest part is gluing, and I'm right-handed, so this is going to be really silly to watch me do this hand. I should have filmed doing my other hand, because then I probably won't have as much problems as I may end up having with this one. So again, I just bend it, push it on, and make sure it adheres to the glove. And they will stick really well to this, especially the more hot glue you use. Okay, now moving on to the next finger, which is the pointer. Again, just make sure it looks good before you glue it on, that it looks the way you want it to look. Ooh, that one burns, that one smites. Ouch. I got right on the tip and I put way too much glue in there, but I'm able to tough it out. My finger is just going to be a little red. So yeah. It's really hot in the middle part, on the very tip of the finger. Okay. after burning that finger very nicely. Wonder how many other fingers I can burn. Alright. Squeeze it on real tight. If anybody else has another different method to doing this, or what they consider a better method, feel free to post it. You do not have to use this method when making claws. I just find it's really pretty simple. Admittingly, a tad bit painful at this part, but the end result looks really cool. I'm still debating. I might put a little bit of a dark red fading off into the tips here, but we'll see. Alright, so there's two. I'm going to move on to the middle finger. And if anybody is wondering, these are really hard. I would have to slam them up against something or drop them with enough force to actually break them. And sometimes you see, like with this middle one, when you're gluing it, it comes up a little too far, so I'll just take the hot glue and put it in there. And that's the part I was talking about that I'm probably going to touch up with paint, so you can't see the hot glue so much. Check where I want that piece, that'll be fine. I'm also taking this beautiful Saturday to work outside and carving the gold saw blade, which is a pretty big prop. I'll have a video on making that out soon. I'm still working on it. I've almost finished carving and expanding foam, and then next I'll paper mache 2 or 3 layers onto it and then sand it down and paint. So it's a progress. It's going to take a while, but I'll make it and then show you all how I made it. Okay, so I definitely recommend, if you make them like me and you make them with ridges where your fingers go, not to stuff hot glue way down in there and then put your finger in, because that's why it hurt that one time I did that in my finger. Just gonna throw out my 2 cents there. And again, just applying pressure. Don't worry about the gluey strings, you can peel those off, those come right off. And do you see the spots like on this middle one where you can see the glue? Right there. Yeah, I'll just paint over that. It's a very minor detail, but I'm a detailing person. I like details. Pinch, pinch, pinch. They're not too heavy. They're a little awkward, so I'll have to wear them around for a while. They're only awkward because they're long. Like, I have to think about how I'm doing things. These would be a good way. This would be a good way to or a good tutorial on making like the clawed look for ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings. If you're doing a cosplay like that, or really anything with claws. And again, Sculpey has different colors, not just black. Excuse me. And I did paint mine. If you really, you should just watch the other video I made and you'll see just how I did this. So there should be about a total of 2 videos. The first one that I linked in the description, and this one for making the claws. I don't think I'll make any more video footage after I make the palm piece right here, which I'm pretty sure I'll end up making. I think you all can figure out how to do that part on your own just by watching these. So after this, the next videos will probably be of the horns that I have right now paper mache'd. Once they're dried, I'll do one more coat of paper mache, sand it down, Mod Podge it, and then paint them. So that one will hopefully be done by tomorrow night, Sunday night. But we will see. Alright. And the last finger's the pinky. All in all, I say this is a pretty easy prop to make. The only hard part I found on making them is working with the Sculpey. Once it gets warm, it kind of likes to go wherever it wants, and you kind of have to let it set for a second and then go again. And I'm not very good, I'm not very artsy, I guess I should say. So these claws probably could have been made to look more lifelike, like actual bones. But I think they look good for what I did, so. If you need to actually talk to me to figure out how I did this, or you need extra tips or help, you can add me on Skype, add me on Tumblr, or come join the new cosplaying community forums I have set up, where cosplayers throughout the Midwest are an area, but that doesn't mean you have to be in the Midwest, but it's directed toward those cosplayers. Can go and talk to other cosplayers and get tips about different things and find out about local conventions, and we'll have online events and offline events and contests. So if you're into that kind of thing or you want to make new friends, I'll link to that as well. But yeah, I'm a pretty open person, so if you need help with something, you can contact me. I don't mind. Pretty much my tagline for anything is happy cosplayer, so you can find me on Tumblr through that. I'm the admin at the Cosplaying Communities Forum, and my Skype name is Mustashio Miku. Again, links will be in the description. Oops. Just make sure if you do it this way that you label with a permanent marker on the inside of all the clay what finger and number piece it is, and then on aluminum foil I would write the same thing. That's what I did, thumb 1, pointer, middle, and so on, so you don't lose the pieces before you put them on your hands. Alright, so there's the left hand. I'm going to attempt to put on the other glove. So there are my black gold saw clawed hands. Thumbs up if you like the video. But again, I'll add a piece up here to give it more of a bone look. And I will be taking probably some black paint and filling in these cracks where there's any hot glue showing. But that's the gist of it. Alright. Now I have to try to stop this video. But yeah. So if you liked what you see, please leave a like in the video. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to add me any of the ways I told you to in the description. If you have a better way of making them, again, leave a comment. And I guess until next time, everyone, happy cosplaying!